Good evening, everyone. Today we gather to celebrate the power, resilience, and beauty of everyday women, the mothers, daughters, sisters, friends, and leaders who shape our world in ways both big and small. Too often we associate success with grand achievements, forgetting that true strength lies in the quiet moments of perseverance, the acts of kindness, and the courage to show up every single day. Every woman has a story of struggle, of triumph, of love, and of lessons learned. And when we connect, when we truly see and uplift one another, we ignite a force stronger than any obstacle in our path. This is not just about inspiration, it's about action. It's about recognizing the power of unity, of sisterhood, and of embracing each other as we are. Because when women stand together, there is no limit to what we can achieve. So let's open our hearts, lift each other up, and embrace the strength within us all. Because empowered together we rise. Would you like me to personalize this further for a specific audience or event? Women are the backbone of families, communities, and societies. Their contributions, though often overlooked, are woven into the fabric of everyday life, shaping the world in countless ways. From the moment they wake up to the moment they rest, women are engaged in a continuous cycle of responsibilities, challenges, and triumphs that demand strength, resilience, and determination. This strength does not always come in grand gestures or widely recognized achievements. Rather, it manifests in the quiet, everyday moments that define their existence. A mother waking up before sunrise to prepare her children for school, ensuring they are fed, dressed, and ready to face the day, is an example of quiet strength. She may also be a working professional, balancing a career with family responsibilities, juggling deadlines, meetings, and household chores with remarkable efficiency. She carries the weight of expectations, both from society and from within herself. Yet she continues, unwavering in her resolve to provide for her loved ones. Her strength is found in the sacrifices she makes, the exhaustion she pushes through, and the love she pours into everything she does. Women who are caregivers, whether for aging parents, young children, or loved ones with special needs, embody another dimension of strength. The emotional and physical demands of caregiving are immense, often requiring patience, endurance, and selflessness. These women put others before themselves, ensuring that those they care for receive the support, comfort, and attention they need. Their strength is not just in their ability to manage difficult circumstances, but in the tenderness and compassion with which they do so. Beyond family life, everyday women are the pillars of their communities. They are teachers, nurses, entrepreneurs, social workers, and volunteers. They build businesses from the ground up, determined to create opportunities for themselves and others. They teach and mentor, guiding the next generation with knowledge and encouragement. They fight for social justice, advocating for change in policies and attitudes that impact their lives and the lives of those around them. Their strength is in their ability to uplift others while pushing forward in their own journeys. There is also immense strength in the way women navigate adversity. Many face discrimination, inequality, and bias in their professional and personal lives, yet they persist. They break barriers in male-dominated industries, proving their competence and capability despite systemic challenges. They raise their voices against injustice, even when the world tells them to stay silent. They endure heartbreak, loss, and failure, yet they find the courage to start again. Strength is not the absence of struggle. It is the ability to keep going despite it. Everyday women demonstrate resilience in ways that are often unseen and unacknowledged. The single mother who works 2 jobs to provide for her children without complaint. The young woman pursuing an education despite financial hardships. The elderly woman who continues to inspire those around her with wisdom and grace. These are the unsung heroines whose strength shapes the world. They do not seek recognition or praise. They simply do what needs to be done because they believe in the value of their efforts. Women also find strength in their ability to support and uplift each other. In a world that often pits them against one another, those who choose to stand together, to celebrate each other's successes and lift each other through hardships, redefine what it means to be strong. Strength is found in shared experiences, in the understanding that no woman is truly alone in her struggles. It is in the encouragement of a friend, the mentorship of a colleague, or the kindness of a stranger who sees another woman in need and offers a helping hand. Their strength is further reflected in their adaptability. Women take on multiple roles throughout their lives, often shifting between responsibilities with remarkable agility. They are caretakers, professionals, mentors, and dreamers, adapting to changing circumstances without hesitation. When faced with challenges, they find ways to innovate and persevere, whether through creative problem solving, resilience in the face of setbacks, or sheer determination to keep moving forward. Cultural expectations and traditional roles have long shaped the way women are perceived, yet they continue to redefine strength on their own terms. They challenge outdated norms, proving that strength is not solely defined by physical power or financial success, but by the ability to endure, to nurture, and to inspire. They lead movements for equality, demanding change that will benefit future generations. They take up space in places where they were once excluded, breaking ground for others to follow. Women's strength is also seen in their emotional depth and capacity for love. They create safe spaces for vulnerability, both for themselves and those around them. They carry the emotional burdens of others, offering comfort and understanding. They embrace their emotions rather than suppressing them, recognizing that true strength is found not in pretending to be unbreakable, but in acknowledging pain and moving forward with courage. The challenges that women face are vast, and while progress has been made, there is still work to be done. The fight for equal pay, the struggle for representation, the battle against gender-based violence, these are just some of the hurdles that women continue to overcome. Yet their strength lies in their refusal to be defined by these struggles. They push forward, demanding better for themselves and for the generations that will follow. Strength does not always mean standing tall and fearless. Sometimes it is found in the quiet moments of perseverance. It is in the woman who wakes up each day, determined to make a better life for herself. It is in the woman who dares to dream beyond her circumstances. It is in the woman who continues to show up, to fight, to love, and to give, even when the world underestimates her. Human beings are inherently social creatures, thriving on connection, communication, and shared experiences. For women, these connections hold even greater significance as they create a support system that nurtures, empowers, and uplifts. The power of connection among women is a force that transcends barriers, unites diverse backgrounds, and fosters a sense of belonging. It is through these connections that women find strength, encouragement, and the ability to navigate the complexities of life with resilience and determination. From a young age, women are taught the value of relationships. Friendships formed in childhood often become the foundation of emotional support, teaching valuable lessons in empathy, trust, and mutual respect. As life progresses, these bonds evolve, extending beyond childhood friendships to include colleagues, mentors, family members, and even strangers who cross paths at pivotal moments. These relationships become lifelines, offering reassurance in times of uncertainty and celebrating triumphs in moments of joy. Women face unique challenges in both personal and professional spaces, making the power of connection even more essential. Whether dealing with societal expectations, workplace biases, or personal struggles, the ability to connect with others who share similar experiences provides a sense of solidarity. Knowing that someone else understands, that someone has faced similar struggles and emerged stronger, is a powerful reminder that no challenge is insurmountable. When women connect, they create spaces where they can share their stories without fear of judgment, allowing for open conversations that lead to growth and healing. Support systems among women are not just about encouragement, they are about action. Women who uplift one another create a ripple effect of empowerment. A simple act of kindness, a word of encouragement, or an opportunity shared can have a profound impact. When one woman rises, she brings others along with her, reinforcing the idea that success is not a competition but a collective achievement. This sense of shared progress is what fuels movements, inspires change, and fosters a culture where women support rather than compete with each other. In professional settings, the power of connection becomes even more evident. Women who mentor and advocate for each other help break barriers in industries where representation is lacking. A woman who reaches a leadership position and extends a hand to another woman paves the way for greater inclusion and diversity. Networking, mentorship, and collaboration create pathways for women to excel, offering guidance that can be the difference between struggling alone and thriving with support. Beyond the workplace, connections between women play a crucial role in personal growth and emotional well-being. Friendships between women are often deep and meaningful, built on trust, shared experiences, and mutual understanding. These connections provide comfort during difficult times, whether it be a heartbreak, a career setback, or the challenges of motherhood. The ability to confide in someone who listens without judgment, who offers support without expectation, is invaluable. It is through these relationships that women find the courage to face life's uncertainties, knowing they are not alone. Cultural and generational connections among women further strengthen this bond. Women passing down wisdom, traditions, and life lessons from one generation to another creates a continuum of knowledge that is both empowering and transformative. The advice of a mother, the guidance of a grandmother, the shared experiences of sisters, all contribute to a rich tapestry of learning and growth. These connections ensure that lessons learned through hardship and perseverance are not lost, but are instead used to empower future generations. The power of connection is also evident in the way women come together to advocate for change. History is filled with examples of women joining forces to fight for rights, equality, and justice. Movements that have shaped societies, from women's suffrage to workplace rights to education access, have been driven by the collective strength of women who refuse to remain silent. These connections go beyond individual struggles, transforming into a unified voice that demands progress and refuses to accept the status quo. Technology has further amplified the ability of women to connect. Social media, online communities, and digital platforms have made it easier than ever for women to share experiences, seek advice, and offer support. A woman facing a challenge can find guidance from someone across the world, bridging gaps of distance and culture to create a global network of empowerment. Virtual spaces have become hubs for discussion, mentorship, and activism, proving that connection is not limited by physical proximity. Women's ability to form deep, meaningful connections extends beyond personal relationships and into the way they interact with the world around them. They create communities where people feel seen, heard, and valued. They foster environments of inclusivity where differences are celebrated rather than judged. They bring people together through shared values, common goals, and an innate desire to support one another. There is strength in vulnerability, and connections between women create spaces where vulnerability is not seen as weakness, but as authenticity. The willingness to share struggles, fears, and uncertainties fosters genuine relationships that are built on trust. Women who are unafraid to open up about their experiences pave the way for others to do the same, breaking the cycle of silent suffering and replacing it with shared healing. The power of connection is also reflected in the small, everyday interactions that often go unnoticed. The woman who encourages another woman to pursue her dreams, the friend who listens without offering unsolicited advice, the colleague who acknowledges the efforts of another, the mentor who sees potential where others do not. These are the moments that shape lives. They may seem insignificant in isolation, but collectively they create a culture of empowerment and solid. Women's ability to connect and uplift each other is one of the greatest strengths they possess. It is through these relationships that they find resilience in times of hardship, courage in moments of doubt, and joy in shared experiences. These connections are not just about companionship, they are about survival, growth, and transformation. They remind women that they are never alone, that their struggles are understood, and that their victories are celebrated. Every woman carries a story within her, a story shaped by experiences, challenges, triumphs, and lessons learned along the way. These stories are not always glamorous or widely recognized, but they hold immense power. They are testimonies of resilience, courage, and perseverance. When women embrace their stories, they unlock a sense of authenticity that allows them to grow, inspire, and connect with others on a deeper level. The ability to own one's journey, regardless of how imperfect or unconventional it may be, is an act of self-empowerment that has the potential to transform not just individual lives, but entire communities. Many women hesitate to share their stories because they fear judgment, rejection, or the belief that their experiences are not significant enough. Society often conditions women to minimize their struggles, to downplay their achievements, and to avoid drawing attention to their own journeys. But every story matters. The woman who has overcome personal hardship, the one who has pursued her dreams against all odds, the one who has navigated loss and emerged stronger. Each of these narratives carries lessons that others can learn from. By embracing their stories, women give themselves permission to take ownership of their identities and celebrate the paths they have walked. The process of embracing one's story begins with self-acceptance. It requires an honest reflection on both the struggles and the victories, acknowledging that growth often comes from pain and that strength is built through adversity. Women who have faced difficulties, whether in relationships, careers, health, or personal battles, often discover a resilience they never knew they had. Rather than viewing these experiences as setbacks, they can be seen as stepping stones that have shaped their character and defined their purpose. When women shift their perspective in this way, they move away from self-doubt and toward self-appreciation. Sharing one's story is not just an act of personal empowerment, it is also a gift to others. When a woman speaks openly about her journey, she creates a space where others feel seen and understood. Someone struggling with self-doubt might find encouragement in another woman's perseverance. Someone feeling alone in their hardships might gain hope from hearing how another overcame similar obstacles. Storytelling is one of the most powerful ways to foster connection because it reminds people that they are not alone in their struggles. It breaks the illusion of isolation and replaces it with a sense of belonging. Women who embrace their stories also redefine success on their own terms. Society often presents a narrow definition of success, one tied to status, wealth, or external validation, but success is deeply personal. For one woman, success might mean pursuing higher education despite financial hardships. For another, it might mean leaving an unhealthy relationship and reclaiming her independence. For someone else, it could be starting a business, raising children with love and care, or finding inner peace after years of struggle. By embracing their own narratives, women reject the pressure to conform to unrealistic expectations and instead celebrate the victories that truly matter to them. Fear of imperfection often holds women back from sharing their stories. Many feel that unless their journey has been flawless or inspiring in a traditional sense, it is not worth telling. But perfection is an illusion. The most powerful stories are the ones that include struggles, mistakes, and moments of doubt. They are the stories that reflect real life, raw, messy, and beautifully imperfect. Women who embrace their flaws and vulnerabilities demonstrate that strength is not about having everything figured out. It is about continuing to move forward despite uncertainty. Embracing one's story also means rejecting the comparisons that often plague women's lives. In an era where social media highlights curated versions of reality, it is easy to fall into the trap of feeling inadequate. Seeing others achieve milestones, travel to exotic places, or appear effortlessly successful can create a false sense of failure. But every journey is unique. A woman's worth is not determined by how her life compares to someone else's highlight reel. Instead, it is defined by her own growth, her own experiences, and the lessons she has learned along the way. When women stop measuring themselves against others and start appreciating their own journeys, they unlock a new level of confidence and fulfillment. The power of embracing one's story extends beyond personal growth. It can also be a catalyst for change. Throughout history, women who have shared their experiences have played a crucial role in shifting societal norms and breaking down barriers. Women who have spoken about workplace discrimination have paved the way for gender equality in professional spaces. Survivors who have shared their experiences with abuse have helped bring about legal and social reforms. Mothers who have advocated for better health care or education have influenced policies that impact generations to come. When women tell their stories, they not only heal themselves, but also inspire others to take action and demand change. Women's stories also have the ability to challenge stereotypes and reshape narratives. For too long, women have been placed into predefined roles, expected to be caregivers, to prioritize others over themselves, to fit into molds created by cultural or societal expectations. But when women openly share their real experiences, they dismantle these outdated perceptions. They show that strength comes in many forms, that ambition and motherhood are not mutually exclusive, that vulnerability is not a weakness, and that every woman's path is valid and worthy of recognition. There is also a deep sense of liberation in embracing one's story without seeking approval. Women often feel pressure to justify their choices, to explain why they pursued a certain career, why they chose to remain single, why they took a break from work, why they followed an unconventional path. But the truth is that no one owes the world an explanation for their personal journey. When women embrace their stories with confidence, they release the need for external validation and step into a space of self-assurance. They recognize that their worth is not determined by how others perceive them, but by how they perceive themselves. Another important aspect of embracing one's story is learning to rewrite narratives that no longer serve a purpose. Many women carry limiting beliefs shaped by past experiences, beliefs that tell them they are not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. But stories are not set in stone, they can be rewritten. A woman who once believed she was undeserving of success can change that narrative by recognizing her accomplishments. A woman who has been told she is too quiet, too loud, too ambitious, or not ambitious enough can reject those labels and define herself on her own terms. The ability to take control of one's own narrative is one of the most powerful acts of self-empowerment. When women fully embrace their stories, they become living proof that life is not about perfection but about growth. They show that strength is not measured by the absence of struggle, but by the ability to rise after every fall. They demonstrate that authenticity is far more valuable than conformity. They remind others that their own stories, no matter how ordinary they may seem, have the power to inspire, uplift, and create meaningful change. When women come together, they create an unstoppable force capable of driving meaningful change, fostering empowerment, and building a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. The idea of rising together is not just about individual success, it is about collective progress, about lifting others as we climb, and about recognizing that true empowerment is never achieved in isolation. Women have long faced barriers, whether in the workplace, in their communities, or in their personal lives. But history has shown that when they support one another, those barriers become stepping stones toward progress. The concept of rising together begins with understanding that every woman's success contributes to a larger movement. Too often, society conditions women to compete against one another, reinforcing the belief that there is only so much space at the top, that opportunities are limited, and that success must come at someone else's expense. This mindset fosters unnecessary rivalry and prevents true collaboration. But the truth is, when one woman succeeds, she creates opportunities for others to follow. A woman breaking barriers in a male-dominated industry paves the way for future generations. A woman standing up for equal pay challenges the status quo for countless others. A woman advocating for better maternity policies, safer workplaces, or educational opportunities is not just changing her own circumstances, she is changing the landscape for everyone who comes after her. Women who rise together understand the power of mentorship and support. Whether in professional settings or personal lives, mentorship plays a crucial role in helping women navigate challenges, build confidence, and seize new opportunities. A woman who has already walked a difficult path can provide guidance to someone just beginning her journey. She can share lessons learned, offer encouragement, and help open doors that might otherwise remain closed. In doing so, she creates a cycle of empowerment where knowledge, resources, and opportunities continue to be passed down, ensuring that more women have the chance to rise. Rising together is also about recognizing and valuing the diverse experiences of all women. Women come from different backgrounds, face different struggles, and have unique aspirations. Intersectionality plays a crucial role in understanding that some women face additional layers of discrimination due to race, socioeconomic status, disability, or other factors. True empowerment means not just advocating for oneself, but also amplifying the voices of those who are often marginalized. It means standing in solidarity with women whose experiences may be different, but whose fight for fairness, respect, and opportunity is just as important. Collaboration is a key ingredient in rising together. When women join forces, whether in business, activism, education, or community building, they multiply their impact. A single voice can be powerful, but a chorus of voices demanding change is impossible to ignore. Women who work together to launch initiatives, create safe spaces, and drive policy change harness the strength of collective action. Grassroots movements led by women have reshaped laws, improved working conditions, and addressed critical social issues. These successes are proof that no one has to fight alone. There is always strength in unity. One of the most significant ways women can rise together is by actively creating opportunities for one another. This can take many forms: recommending a female colleague for a leadership role, supporting women-owned businesses, advocating for policies that benefit working mothers, or simply offering words of encouragement when another woman is facing self-doubt. Small actions have a ripple effect. A woman who is given an opportunity today can go on to create opportunities for others in the future. By making intentional efforts to uplift those around them, women can ensure that empowerment does not stop at the individual level, but instead continues to spread. Another fundamental aspect of rising together is challenging the cultural and societal norms that hold women back. Many expectations placed on women, how they should behave, what they should aspire to, what roles they should fulfill, are outdated and restrictive. Women who challenge these norms, whether by pursuing unconventional careers, rejecting societal pressures, or advocating for more inclusive policies, inspire others to do the same. Change does not happen when people conform. It happens when people dare to break the mold. Every woman who challenges an unfair expectation contributes to a world where future generations have more freedom to define their own paths. The idea of rising together is also deeply connected to emotional and mental well-being. Women often face immense pressure to balance multiple roles: career professionals, caregivers, community leaders, while maintaining the unrealistic expectation of having it all together. This pressure can lead to burnout, self-doubt, and feelings of inadequacy. But when women support each other, share their struggles, and acknowledge that it is okay to ask for help, they create an environment of compassion and understanding. Instead of feeling isolated in their challenges, they find strength in knowing they are not alone. Creating safe spaces where women can be vulnerable, seek advice, and share their experiences without fear of judgment is a crucial part of rising together. Encouraging confidence in one another is another vital aspect of collective empowerment. Many women struggle with imposter syndrome, feeling as though they are not qualified enough, talented enough, or deserving of success. This self-doubt can be paralyzing and prevent them from pursuing opportunities that they are fully capable of achieving. But when women uplift each other by recognizing strengths, celebrating achievements, and reminding one another of their worth, they counteract these negative beliefs. A simple act of reassurance can be the difference between a woman stepping back in fear or stepping forward in confidence. The power of storytelling also plays a significant role in rising together. When women share their experiences, whether through books, speeches, social media, or personal conversations, they inspire others to see what is possible. Stories of overcoming obstacles, of breaking barriers, of navigating hardships and emerging stronger provide motivation and guidance. They show that success is not reserved for a select few, but is achievable for anyone willing to persist. Representation matters, and the more women who share their journeys, the more others can see themselves reflected in those stories and believe in their own potential. Community building is another essential part of rising together. Whether through formal organizations, informal support groups, or online platforms, creating spaces where women can connect and collaborate strengthens the entire movement for empowerment. These communities provide resources, mentorship, and opportunities for networking that can lead to personal and professional growth. They also serve as a reminder that no one has to navigate challenges alone. Strong communities uplift individuals, and in turn, those individuals contribute to the strength of the community. Rising together also means celebrating each other's successes. Too often, women's achievements are downplayed or met with envy instead of celebration. But when women cheer for one another, recognizing that someone else's success does not diminish their own, they create an environment where everyone is encouraged to strive for more. Celebration fosters motivation, and when one woman's achievement is acknowledged, it sets a precedent for others to believe in their own potential. Women who rise together recognize that progress is not linear and that setbacks are part of the journey. They offer support during difficult times, remind each other of their resilience, and push forward even when challenges arise. They understand that empowerment is not just about personal gain, but about creating lasting change that benefits generations to come. They know that by lifting others, they are not losing anything themselves, but instead contributing to a world where all women have the chance to thrive.